Well, thank you, Mr. President, and I thank you for your service, and I'm just honored to be a supporter, and I fear for this country's future if we...
David, it's what's going on, and with that crazy governor you have. I mean, this guy, do you know he was 21 points down, and actually David Perdue called me in the primary, with 1 day to go. He was getting killed by, I guess, the lieutenant governor and others. He was in third or fourth place. And David Perdue called me, would you endorse him? I said, who is he? I don't know. And they convinced me he's fine, so I said, all right. I endorsed him. He went up like 60 points immediately. He won the thing the following day. And then I helped him get, as you know, you were probably there, I helped him get elected with, beat Stacey, the great Stacey. And so he beat Stacey, and, I had two rallies. I had 30,000, 40,000 people each. The one had 55,000 people. And that was it. I helped the guy greatly. And when I called him to help on this, I thought it would be routine. Are you there, Deb? You can hear me okay?
I can hear you great. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. When I called him to ask on this thing, can you call General Assembly? Can we go over the signatures? We checked the signatures. You'd find that 25% of them were forgeries, okay, or were false. They weren't wording forgeries. They were just, somebody wrote a name down. And that would be the end of the election for David. Wouldn't have to work. Probably she wouldn't either, because I'll bet you'd have 200,000 at least. And that would be the end of this whole thing, and we would win the state. And he didn't want to do it. I said, oh, wait, now let me explain it again. Well, I can't do that for you. I said, you can't do it for me. Not doing it for me. You're doing it for everybody. You're doing it for the country. And he's like a stonehead. I can't believe it. He doesn't want to call a special election. Now, I understand you have the right constitutionally to do that yourself, according to who they say is the best lawyer there is, John Eastman. But this governor, and then you have Raffensperger, who's a disaster. Raffensperger. He's a disaster. And I'm saying, can you believe it? And I do something I never do. I said, wait a minute. I never knew you, and I helped you. And one thing has nothing to do with the other. But you mean you wouldn't call, for the sake of transparency, a special session, or you won't let us go and verify signatures because they're corrupt? No, I can't let you do that. A thing like this has never happened to me. I have to tell you that. It's never happened to me, David. I've had some beauties, but I've never had anything like that. And I will be fighting this guy like you never saw. I know where I'll be in 2 years. I know what place I'm going to be. That's going to be in Georgia. And we won this thing by 400,000 or 500,000 votes, just like we did Alabama and every other state in the South. And we won your state massively. They took votes away. Plus, well, you saw the tape. That's just one tape of many. What we have is just unbelievable. But then they say, oh well, they were there early in the morning. And that was coming out of suitcases, luggage, and it was a lot of votes. It was probably more than 100,000. They ran them through 3 or 4 times, the same votes. And then they say how honest it was. It's just incredible. And the guy doesn't want to get to the bottom of it. He doesn't want to do it. And we win the state automatically. All we need is either of the two, frankly, but the better is the special session, because if you agree with us, you can vote the state as a victory for us. And your guys want to do it. I'll tell you, I don't know how you get along with them, but your other guys on the Senate side, they agree. They agree. It's really like an incredible situation. So what is your suggestion, David? What do you think?
Well, I had a very good conversation with Mayor Giuliani earlier this afternoon.
Right, he's fantastic. And sounds like he's getting better fast too, which is
he did sound strong, and his mind was extremely dynamic. He mentioned Professor
right.
Cameron. What's his name?
John. Right.
Yeah.
John Eastman.
Eastman.
Right.
And I've got some of my people looking at that, because frankly that was a theory of us coming into session that we had not considered. We have been thinking that we had to travel down the road of having 3/5 of the House members, which we couldn't
By
get.
the way,
A federal judge, possibly.
You think?
Yeah, well, Mr. President, there's some liberals out there. You've dealt with them, and ultra liberals. And then the other method, of course, is for the governor to call us in, and he's pretty adamant that he's not going to do that.
Nobody knows why.
I don't know why. I don't know why. I mean. We're looking at it. I mean, Mr. President, I have not signed up with the governor or the lieutenant governor on their public statements, which have blown off the idea of there being any kind of recourse, whether it's special session or no. I marched to my own drummer, and my own drummer says, I want Donald Trump to remain the president. If there's any way that we can possibly help in that regard, I'm on board.
Thank you, David. Thank you. We won't forget.
Okay.
I had a rally there, as you know, a few days ago, and it was
I watched it.
25,000 people. They went crazy. And by the way, his name was mentioned. He's finished politically. You couldn't even bring him back, I don't think. But he's finished politically, and he has no clue. This guy has like no clue. The love in that area it was at an airport. The love in that thing was unbelievable, and his name was mentioned, and the crowd was booing. You couldn't even believe it. Number one, you're doing the right thing for the country. Number two, it's the right thing to do.
Well,
it's just the right thing to do, and it's popular. That's not so bad either, right?
No, it's not bad.
But it's very popular, and I won the state by 500,000 votes, and they just took it away. I mean, it's the most incredible thing. It'll be almost like losing Alabama. I was way up. In fact, they announced at like 9 o'clock in the evening that I was 350,000 votes up in Georgia. And everybody said, I was 950,000 up in Pennsylvania, 950. At least they took 3 days to get rid of that one, so that I went from this massive win to, just barely, they nipped it over the line. And you heard the stuff where he was more popular than Obama, only in 5 states, but they were all the swing states. Otherwise, Obama blew him out of the water with all the different votes. So, it's a scam. And you could use that information as actually, that information's good stuff, because it's almost 100% foolproof. They have various ways that it was impossible for Trump to lose the election based on the results. I got 75 million votes. Nobody's ever had that many votes.
That's
Nobody's
true.
ever had that many votes. And I'm telling you, they said if we could get 67, I got 63 the last time in 2016. If we could get 66 or 67, so we were heading for 67, 68. I ended up getting 75 million votes, and we lost. We're going to win at 68, and that's according to John McLaughlin. Was the real deal, the pollster.
Yep.
He's a real pollster. And it was just amazing. I will not forget it, and you'll be more popular. You're popular now, but you'll be more popular. I mean, this governor, I don't know what he's doing. He's the Republicans.
I think you're...
And people in the state can't believe it. Go ahead. And I think they're going to, unless they give Trump the state, these two senators are both going to lose. And, that's where that Lynn Wood was, what he don't give Trump the state, we're not going to vote because they're angry. Those people were angry, and yet in love with me. You know, we love Trump. We love you. That's never happened in a political rally. It happens at every rally I go to all over the place. That's why we got 75 million votes. So whatever you can do, I promise you one thing: you'll be much more popular than you are now, and you're doing just fine. And also, it's the right thing to do.
Thank you very much.
He's like a knucklehead, David. He's like a stonehead. He just says, oh. I can't believe I endorsed him. I can't even believe it.
Well, we're going to continue looking for ways to be helpful because I think it's important to the country's future.
And Bert Jones is very much on our side. You know, now I don't know if you're friendly with Bert or not.
Yeah, Bert and I are good.
Yeah, he's got like 4 or 5 guys, and they're all like going crazy about this thing. They're so angry. They're totally on our side. So they were at that rally, actually. That's where I got to meet them, and they were cheering like everybody else.
Yep.
The level of support we have is incredible.
Yep.
We have a knucklehead. We have a couple of knuckleheads, including Duncan, the lieutenant governor. What a jerk he is. He's a puppet. He's a puppet of the other guy. And then you have Rafflesberger. Boy, you have some group. But it's very beatable. If we had a special session, we will present, and you will say, it's been massive fraud. We're going to turn over the state. And you know what? Your 2 senators will win in a landslide. But these people are not going to vote. They're not going to go out and vote. They have signs, don't vote. They're not with you, sir. They're not with you, sir. You know, that's what it says on their signs. Or they're holding, like 25,000 people there. They're holding up signs. And don't forget, I never did that before because I did a rally for somebody else. That wasn't a rally for me. I didn't know if anybody was going to show up, and the place was packed. But it wasn't packed for them. It was packed for us. So I appreciate it, David.
Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Thank you, my friend. You let us know.
God bless you. Thank you.
You too. Thanks. Bye.